Hello, this is Meshell Baker. My gift is igniting confidence, and I am incredibly passionate about helping non traditional and conscious business owners to supercharge their products and offerings so that they can experience more super fan clients. Now, if you've been following me, I've been having a whole conversation around overcoming imposter syndrome. And the way I've been doing that is using the word confidence. Each letter each week is another insight, information, and inspiration around overcoming the imposter syndrome. So this week is the letter F. If you want to catch the overview of imposter syndrome and the first three letters, you can check them out on my YouTube channel. Now, having said that, this week's letter F is fear. Now, woo, that's why I have the image behind me, because fear in the moment, situation, or person, it feels real. It feels so real sometimes. I personally have actually found myself crying because the fear felt so real, yet I knew I was doing it to myself. I knew that there was no physical imminent danger. There was nobody close by getting ready to touch me or do physical harm to me. So I was sitting there questioning why I felt that way. Now, having said that, one of the acronyms of fear is false evidence appearing real. Again, what I just described was it felt real and I knew it wasn't. Now, having said that, you may get these feelings in business, right? We tell ourselves the story. And why we tell ourselves the story is, give you a simple fact, everyone is born with 100 billion brain cells, which basically makes us all geniuses. Now, to activate those 100 billion brain cells requires that we go outside the comfort zone. The challenge with that is going outside the comfort zone is not how our brain was conditioned. We're reptilian in our brains. We have this caveman brains that want to stay safe. They want to stay in the cave. Fear was supposed to meant to tell us danger. Now we have evolved in technology in our world and our creature comforts. Well, fear is still telling us danger when there's no imminent danger for the most part that's out there. So conditioning yourself to utilize fear as something that reminds you that is going to be an excitement, especially in business. This is an opportunity. This is a challenge. This is a new place that I get to create and show up and show off my 100 billion brain cells of genius. Now, without that, you will tell yourself that it's hard. I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. I can't do this. I don't know enough. I'm not prepared. And that's generally what happens. So, how do Meshell, so Meshell, how do I begin to tell myself something different? Well, one of the things you may have heard me talk about is the clear and compelling vision, right? The mind is a cybernetic machine. It's like a supersonic missile. It needs a target. So without a target that's inside your mind, the outside situation, circumstance, or person becomes fearful. It becomes overwhelming. The mind starts to dart about and all of these rationales. So when it feels that level of uncomfort to keep yourself safe and to calm, the mind starts to tell the story that it's fear. It's hard. And when you have that target that's greater than, if you might have seen, make the desired outcome greater than the fear, so that the mind will now attach to the fact that, you know what, I don't care what's in front of me. I want this. And I'm not the only person to tell this. If you've never watched channels like Gold Coast, is a great channel to go watch. Begin to watch the stories of overcoming, right? People like to look at other people's success. What you want is you want to know what they did when they felt fear. In order to have success, you had to face fear, setbacks, naysayers, critics, doubt, overwhelm, mistakes. All of the things came. Anybody who has incredible success has faced incredible setbacks and challenges, and all of those. It's building a structure. It's building. So they built up an empire and a successful name for themselves, a brand or business. Well, that structure required a foundation, and the foundation is all of what I just mentioned. Realize that if you want more, there's no genie or Santa Claus coming to give you more. You must become more. And the only time we as humans become more is when we face the fear. And the fear, again, naysayers, critics, setbacks, overwhelm, fear, doubt, all of those. So how do I begin to face that? How? One, you get clear. You either have a business plan or a life plan or whatever it is clear and compelling. It's focused on one target. Anybody who's built an empire generally starts getting a brand known for themselves of one, and then they utilize and leverage what they're known for in that one category to expand the empire. So stop trying to boil the ocean and just grab a cup and get masterful at repeating that cup until you can stand in that. And then people start coming to you. You will start to attract the opportunities to build your empire. And having said that, well, how do I get that? Well, you fall in love with learning and you fall in love with failing, right? Because they're one and the same. There is no failure if you don't quit. Failure is only final when you quit, and all you're doing is learning how to be better and better and better. No one gets there's no magical destination where you're going to arrive and everything's going to be honky-dory and business is going to be perfect, right? It's just like when you think about people getting married. People who have incredible marriages say they want to have an incredible marriage. They don't say they want to get married. Married has an end date. It's the wedding, right? All of a sudden, people trying to figure out why they're irritating on everybody, why they're arguing, why the things that they used to love about the person now get on their nerve. Because marriage is a partnership. It means that those people engage in each and every day, getting to know each other and master each other and repeating and having the same conversation over and over, because tomorrow is a new day. The conversation I had with you last week is just as important as if I have the same conversation if I want to continue to build any thriving relationship, that's personal or professional. So having said that, fall in love with learning and the repetition. It is your gift. There is no there until, and that's why it's so important finding things you love and matter to you. Because if you got to keep repeating this for the rest of your life and you're doing something you really don't want to do, you're doing what other people told you have to, need to, ought to, should do. Well, it's not love, it's obligation. And nobody can maintain that for a lifetime. And if they do, they become a very bitter person. So having said that, when you find that thing you love and you're passionate about, it makes the repetition, it makes you doing it over and over so much easier. And the most important part is it makes it joyful and it makes you more attractive to those people that you want to do business with, and they will find you. This is Meshell Baker. My gift is igniting confidence, and I am incredibly passionate about helping non-traditional and conscious business owners to supercharge their product and offering so they can experience more superfan clients. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you all next week with the letter I.